All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I think we finally have everything the way that we need to have it right now. I had to go back and redo the live stream. I crashed out. I don't know, got an error. So it said that, hey, your video was not playing. But yeah, I'm live now, I think. But I wanted to go ahead and jump on here and speak about this possible Tyreek Hill coming to Atlanta. This thing is really a possibility. It's really a possibility. And so I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm sorry, but I like it. I know some people are going to say that they don't like it. I know some people are going to flip out because it's Tyreek Hill and they're going to be like, no, we don't want Tyreek. No, we don't want Tyreek. He come with too much drama, too much craziness, too much foolishness. But I'll take him. I will take him all day, every day. And so let's take a look at this article. Well, we'll look at the article in a little bit, but this is my thing. He's played with Tua before, and you can't deny that they had a little bit of a connection. They got it going later on in the tenure, but for the most part, man, they did fairly well together. They didn't do great together, but they did okay. I won't even say fairly well. They did okay. But I think in the right offensive system, those two can possibly be a problem, a good problem. And I would absolutely love to have them playing together. I would love to have them playing together. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want Tyreek on your team? Now, just think if you had Drake, if you got Drake London, if you have Drake London, and guys, I'm just making sure I'm live. Yep, I'm live. Okay. Just want to make sure. But let's say you have Drake London and you got Tyreek Hill. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine those two? Who are you going to double? You still will have to respect Tyreek Hill. Some people would say, no, you don't have to respect Tyreek Hill, but I beg to differ. You would have to respect Tyreek Hill because the dude is Tyreek Hill. And the speed, we don't know what his speed is going to be like. It'll be very interesting to see how that bad knee injury that he had, how that would affect his speed. But the dude would be like, streaking down the side. So here's my thing, and it's kind of hard for me to explain this. But if you have Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts, and then you have Tyreek Hill. And let's not forget, you still have wide receiver 2 and possibly 3 in Jahan Dotson and Olamide Zaccheaus. You slide Tyreek into that 2 spot, wide receiver number 2. And then you can slide Jahan Dotson down to the 3 spot, and it wouldn't put so much pressure on Jahan Dotson, a guy that still have a lot of questions surrounding his abilities, and he will be able to play freely as a number 3 rather than a guy that's right beneath Drake. And now you're going to get Jahan Dotson being freed up for a lot of good plays down the field as well as across the middle, because you're going to have teams that's going to be focusing on Drake London and Tyreek Hill. And you can't double both of them. You can't double team both of them. One of them is going to be open. And then if they come up with some type of defensive scheme to cover those guys, now you got Olamide Zaccheaus or Jahan Dotson that is going to be wide open every single time. Every time. They're going to be open. And so I think that you got to go out and get Tyreek Hill if you are the Falcons. Matt Ryan, whoever is making the decisions on personnel, I know we need other things too, but we most definitely can benefit with another weapon like Tyreek Hill, because you can't discount the talent that Tyreek Hill has. The dude is talented. You can't just discount it and say that, okay, we're not going to put up with him because he's crazy. We're not going to put up with it, because he has 100 kids or is accused of domestic violence or whatever. No. If the guy can help your team, I think you should get him. And a lot of people still have that last image of him with that incident in Miami where he had to run in with the trooper. And the thing with that is I kind of don't, Tyreek could have handled it a little bit better, but all of that stemmed from Tyreek not rolling down his window. And by law, you don't have to roll down your window to a cop. You don't. Most people do, but just you're not required to. You can literally crack your window and stick your ID out the window if you're driving it. No law that says a driver has to roll down their windows, but that's a whole different subject. But let's take a look at this Yahoo article. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And so here it is. It's talking about Tua possibly being named about Tyreek possibly ending up on the Falcons. And if I can get this, let's see. What's going on with my... Oh, Stooky. Oh, my second screen ain't working here. Come on. So my second screen is working. There it is. Just having to scroll with my finger on the tablet. But as you can see, it says Falcons name. And this is a Yahoo article. It first was published on Falcons Wire. I want to make sure I give Falcons Wire the credit. Also Yahoo. But yeah, said the Atlanta Falcons have plenty of salary cap move room to make one last big splash before the season begins in September. And, of course, they can go nose tackle, which I think you won't lose if you go nose tackle. They can add more pieces on defense, too, as well. I think with James Pierce Jr. facing probably a significant between 6 to 8 games suspension, I think you can't have enough on the defensive side. But, again, having the opportunity to get Tyreek, you got to take it. You got to take that, in my opinion. So it says that, yeah, there's not much in the way of free agent defensive tackles left, but there are several intriguing big names still available at wide receiver. The biggest is Kansas City Chiefs and Miami Dolphins star Tyreek Hill, who has previously played with Tua. And you can't discount that. You can't discount the fact that he knows Tua. Now, again, the Falcons haven't said that who's going to start. They haven't said any of that. We don't know who exactly is going to start. But for the most part right now, it looks like it's going to be Tua. It looks as if it's going to be Tua. So as it continues, the article says that Atlanta has been named among several destinations for Tyreek Hill. And of course, it says that Hill's previous experience with Tagovailoa makes him a good fit. Michael Penix can bring his game up to par. Too, if Michael Penix can bring his game up to par, then Michael Penix would also be a good fit to utilize Tyreek Hill. So I think it's a no-brainer. In my opinion, it's an absolute no-brainer. Yes, we need defense on the defensive line. Again, especially with the uncertainty surrounding James Pierce Jr. If you want to hear me talk about James Pierce Jr., go check out my timeline. I just did a reaction to the body cam in which I played the body cam and I broke the body cam down from many different angles. So if you want to know about that, go check out that video. But not knowing exactly what's going to happen with James Pierce Jr., that defensive line is somewhere that I'm concerned. I'm concerned about that defensive line. You know, we still got Jalen Walker. We still have Jalen Walker out there, which is good. I'll take that, but it's still suspect. This thing is suspect over there on the other side. So we'll see how that turns out. And of course, we won't go wrong if we beefed up around the nose tackle too as well. The linebacker core, I'm not too worried about the linebacker core more than I am the D-line. So again, if we don't go after Tyreek with the money that we have right now, we definitely need to shore up that defensive line. But man, if you can get this guy, if you can get Tyreek Hill, if you can land this dude, you got to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Now, the key to this is going to be the quarterback. It's going to be the quarterback. We got to make sure we get this quarterback situation squared away. We got to get it. We got to get this QB situation squared away. Again, later on this evening, I don't know what time. I don't even know if I'm going to release it later this evening, but it might be later this evening or sometimes tomorrow morning, Thursday. But I got a video in which I was just spoke about all the arguments out there now about Penix and Tua. I just think people just this whole Tua and Penix thing is one of the things that gets under my skin the most. It gets under my skin the most. But I did a video about that. I just finished recording that video, and it'll be up sometime later today or tomorrow. But yeah, with Tyreek Hill, man, you can't deny the dude got talent. You got to look at the things with Tyreek Hill off the field. You have to look at, okay, is this dude going to be a knucklehead off the field and end up suspended? You pay him the money. Is he going to end up suspended? We already got a guy that's about to probably be suspended 6 to 8 games. So you don't want to invest money into Tyreek Hill and we get like this James Walker situation. This dude go out and do something dumb, run from the police and go slap his baby mamas and do all kind of crazy stuff. And then he end up suspended. Now where are you? You're back with the same receiving core that you had, which is pretty good. I actually like our receiving core. I like Drake London. I believe Drake London is one of the most underrated superstars in the NFL. his problem is just like with Kyle Pitts, they haven't had any receivers to throw him the football. They've had all these scrubs throwing them the football. Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota, who else? Taylor Heineke. And it's another scrub I can't think about either that I think that was playing too as well. So you can't just base the talent that this receiving core has when you talk about Drake London and Kyle Pitts. You can't just say that these guys are busts. Like people are saying Kyle Pitts is a bust. I'll agree. Kyle Pitts need to do more in regards to his blocking, in regards to his poise. But I think that dude have great hands. Dude, man, Kyle Pitts, I'm banking on him. I'm banking on Kyle Pitts this year. I hope he don't make me look like I'm crazy. I really do. I hope he don't make me look like I'm crazy. But I really, really, really do like Kyle Pitts, man. I do. And I'm banking on him having a great season this year with good quarterback play. Because outside of that 1 year that he played with Matt Ryan, he didn't have any help. He didn't have anything anybody to throw him the football, I should say. And that's the same thing to say with Drake London. They have not had people to throw him the football. So I like this whole Tyreek to Atlanta. But if you're going to do it, and there's a lot of reports out there, this isn't like it's just a couple of people that saying it. This is actually official reports out there that saying that this thing could possibly happen. So you better make sure that these guys that you're going to have under center, I should say under center because hopefully Michael Penix will be able to get under center if he's the starter. And hopefully Tua can come from under center. I just think about with Michael Penix, I think about Stephen A. Smith. And you can like Stephen A. Smith or you can hate him. I don't care, whatever it is, whatever. But it was so funny when he was saying, you telling me that you won't get under center because you can't bend your knees. Oh, man. I would play that clip. I would play it, but I don't want to get copyrighted. ESPN is notorious for copyrighting people. So I don't even feel like fighting ESPN. But yeah, I hope that if you're gonna put Penix as your QB1, I hope that dude is coming on. I know. Let me say this: I know he's gonna be coming from under center this year. You're not gonna play for Kevin Stefanski if you're not coming from under center. Matt Ryan is not going to tolerate you not being able to play under center. So that's kind of where Penix is already kind of on the back burner a little bit because this dude is literally trying to learn how to play under center. Tua already knows how to play under center, but Michael Penix never really has done it. Didn't do it in college. And now he's in an offense that's going to require him to run play action out of from under the center. And we'll see how that turns out. Again, I just made a video about Tua and Penix, and it'll be coming out again later tonight or tomorrow. But if you're going to get Tyreek, you better make sure you can got a quarterback that can play under center. Because with that play action and having Tyreek and Drake London, whoo-wee, that thing gonna be poison, y'all. I'm telling you, that thing is going to be poison. If you get Tyreek Hill locked up with Drake London. Falcons, make it happen. Don't sleep on it. Don't look at all of that. Well, we don't know what his injuries and stuff, what his knee is like. Man, forget that. If you can get him, if you can get this dude signed up with Drake London, man, let me tell you something. I'm finna make a bold prediction here, and some of y'all gonna call me crazy. That's okay. This is just my opinion. It's my opinion. That's the best part about having a YouTube channel. That's why I started this channel, to have my opinion. It's still a new channel, but that's why I started this channel. I'm going to say this. If the Falcons sign Tyreek Hill, the Falcons will not only win. Well, let me back up. Okay, scratch that. Let me back up. If they get competent QB play out of Tua or Michael Penix, and if you sign Tyreek Hill and pair him with Drake London, and you have those guys, whoever's playing quarterback, perfecting that play action with Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Tyreek Hill, I'm telling you. And then the dark horse is, of course, Kyle Pitts. If you have those guys and you're getting competent quarterback play, the Falcons will not only win the NFC South, but the Falcons will go to the Super Bowl. I didn't say they were going to win it. I didn't say that they were going to win it. I did not say that. But with those weapons, the Falcons would no doubt go to the Super Bowl. Call me crazy, call me insane, call me whatever it is that you want to call me. But if they make this happen, if they make that happen right there with getting Tyreek Hill, you telling me that these guys won't be one of the best teams offensively in the NFL? Really? That's what we doing? You telling me that these guys wouldn't be the best in the NFL? But it all hangs on who's on the center. Who's on the center? Who is under center? And again, as I've said over and over again, and I addressed it in the video that I'm getting ready to release later today or tomorrow. I know y'all probably saying, dude, you shut up saying that. But I want to just keep reminding you so you watch it. But you can't go about this whole quarterback conundrum that we have right now. You can't go through this thing with your feelings. You got to put the person on the field that's going to give you the best chance to win. That's what you have to do. You can't go into this quarterback battle that we're having with your personal feelings and your personal views and all of that. No. You gotta put the guy on the field that's going to run the offense that the team wants to run and is going to be able to be efficient throwing the ball down the field. I'm not talking about those little short passes, because I think the Falcons is going to be pretty good in those intermediate area passes. out in the flat to Bijan Robinson or across the middle for 5, 6, 7 yards to Kyle Pitts or whatnot. I think Tua and Michael Penix can make those passes in their sleep. So I think that we're going to be good in that intermediate area. But we need the guy that can throw the stinking ball down the field consistently. I'm talking about for 10 plus yards. You need a first down. You got a 3rd and 10. We need a guy that can throw the ball 10 plus yards and get us 10 plus yards consistently. And we need receivers who can catch and get yards after the catch. And that's a good thing with Tyreek Hill. The dude is actually pretty good with his yards after catch. He's good for his size to be like a small. He's a thick dude. He's thick. He's stout, but he's small. But he has good breakaway abilities even after contact. After he catch the ball, after somebody tries to tackle him, he's pretty good. And so is Drake London as well because of his size. Bijan Robinson, of course, that dude can make anybody miss. Man, I like watching Bijan. Man, it's a pleasure watching Bijan run the ball. And when he get the ball in his hands, either out in the flat, man, it's a beautiful thing to see that dude footwork. How I'm like, how's that dude cutting like that? Like he cut. And it's like, dude, how do your ankle not break the way that you cutting like that? And it's just crazy how twitchy that dude is. That dude is a man. I'm telling you, the Falcons gonna have to pay up. I know they just dropped the bag. They just dropped the bag on Kyle Pitts and Drake London. Boy, I can only imagine what they gonna have to pay. I can only imagine what they getting ready to have to pay that dude, Bijan Robinson. And they better pay him too. They better pay him. Of course, he got to go out there and perform. Hopefully he go out and perform this year. But they gonna have to, This is an Atlanta team. The Falcons don't seem to be like the Braves and the Hawks. The Falcons don't seem to be afraid to pay money. You know, with the Braves, they cheap. The Braves gonna do everything out of Dollar General. They gonna get everything cheap. Well, shit, Dollar General ain't cheap no more. Dollar General, went at Dollar General to get some washing liquid for the some laundry detergent, and good grief, had to get it financed. So expensive. But yeah, unlike the Braves and the Hawks, they pay money. They paying money. So I think that Bijan Robinson, they gonna pay him. They gonna have to pay him, and they should pay him. They should pay him. But it's just gonna crazy. It's gonna break all kind of records. What Bijan Robinson get paid, it's just gonna break all the records. So that's gonna be very, very interesting. But this dude, man, I want this to happen. I want this to happen, y'all. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know what your view is on Tyreek Hill. I just want people to put away their personal opinion. That's what I want. I want people to look and ignore for a minute the off-field issues and look at what this cat can do on the field. That's what I want us to look at. Look at what he can do on the field. And if that dude can keep his nose clean off the field, if you can sign Tyreek and he keep his nose clean, keep his wee-wee out of you know what, to stop having babies and stop child support, stop all this stuff with all these women and stuff. If he can keep his drawers on, and if he can keep his nose clean off the field, and you can get that dude paired up with Drake London, you cannot tell me that the Falcons won't be one of the top threats to the Super Bowl next year, the Super Bowl title. You can't tell me. I know that they will. And I appreciate you guys that's watching. If you're watching, please go ahead and like this live stream for me too, if you don't mind. Hit that like button if you're watching. I really do appreciate it. But if you got, and see, here's the thing too. Here's the thing what people don't realize about Tyreek Hill is that Tyreek Hill, in my opinion, I think that he knows where he is right now in his career. He knows where he stands with the injury that he had, how serious it is. And although these reports are saying that he's one that a lot of teams are making a push for him, as the article says Atlanta has been named among several potential destinations for Hill. So the Falcons aren't even the only team that's going after this guy. But if he can, I think that he knows, exactly where he stands. So I don't think you're going to get this diva Tyreek Hill. I think that you're going to get the Tyreek Hill that's humble. I think you're going to get the Tyreek Hill that's more accepting of taking a lesser role, because if he comes on board, he can't come on thinking that he's going to be QB1, not QB1, but wide receiver 1. He can't come in thinking, okay, I'm that dude. No, Drake London is the dude on this team. That's the dude. That's wide receiver 1. So if he, in my opinion, comes in the way that I think that he would, accepting of his role as wide receiver 2, I think that there's no stopping these dudes. I think it's no stopping, because he's not going to be on the sidelines throwing helmets, kicking over benches, and cussing the coach, the OC out, and cursing Kevin Stefanski out because he's not getting the touches and all of that stuff. If he can respect the position of a wide receiver 2, or maybe even 3, because who's to say that Jahan Dotson won't get more touches than Tyreek? Because Jahan Dotson, I think he's going to shock a lot of people. This year. I really do. And so if you can get Tyreek being accepting of taking the back seat versus the front seat, like he has always been in his career, then I think it's a good move. You don't really have anything to lose. And you don't have to break the bank, in my opinion, to get him, because of the simple fact that he's coming off of that serious injury. That dude, that's a career-ending injury that Tyreek is coming off of. And so you can't come off of a devastating injury like that and expect to be like the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. No. So I think that the Falcons, and any other team for that matter, any other team would be absolutely insane to give him all of that money, to pay him a bunch of money. You know, probably can get the guy for a little bit over the veterans minimum right now. So I think it's a win-win situation for the Falcons. I want it to happen. It'll be great to see. It'll be outstanding to see. And I would love to see him paired with Drake London. because what we need is touchdowns. We need touchdowns in the red zone. This team is so aggravating in the red zone. Oh, my goodness. The Falcons are one of the most frustrating teams to watch in the red zone. I don't know why these dudes cannot score in the stinking red zone. So that's where I want Drake London to be better. That's why I want Tyreek to be better. And that's why I want Kyle Pitts to be better. And, of course, Bijan. And people were mad at me. I did a video, if you go back on the timeline, about a week ago, in which I spoke about how I like Kyle Pitts. And, of course, people destroyed me. Some people did. I didn't get completely destroyed, but a lot of people destroyed me. Some people did, I should say, about my opinion of having belief in Kyle Pitts. And I think Kyle Pitts, I don't know how you feel about him, but Kyle Pitts is exactly the guy that we need. Exactly the guy that we need in the red zone. If we got a quarterback that can put the ball up, because you got two big body receivers in Kyle Pitts, Drake London, that should automatically be touchdown every time. Every time, every single time. Not one single time should go by in which we're in the red zone and we don't score, especially running the football, especially with a guy like Bijan. Now, I don't know really much about the guy we got as a running back, number 2, but that's the thing I think we're going to miss the most about Tyler Algier, is that the dude is able to get just those crazy tough yards. In the red zone, you can just hand the dude off. He can run straight through the middle, take a couple of linebackers and defensive ends into the end zone with him. Bijan is not that type of dude. Bijan is that finesse guy. He's not that power guy. So I hope that we got something as far as like a power guy down in the red zone who we don't have to just try to throw the ball in the red zone to get a touchdown. We got a guy that can just pound that thing in there. Just shove it on in there. But, yeah, dude, I don't know. This thing is really catching steam. I've seen a bunch of articles about this whole Tyreek Hill thing, and I said, let me do an impromptu live stream in regards to this because, again, I think we have a good wide receiving core, but I think there would be even better if we add a speed guy, multiple speed guys, because Jahan Dotson is very fast. People don't realize how fast Jahan Dotson really is. That dude is fast. He's fast. And so you pair him with a guy like Tyreek Hill, it's going to be nasty. And I mean that in a good way. It can be nasty. Very nasty. But again, all of this is going to be tied to the quarterbacks. Who's going to be playing quarterback? Who's going to be on the center? And again, Penix, Tua, I don't know. I don't know, but let me tell you this, though. I do like what I've been seeing. From Tua. I like it. Again, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later in my video that I'm uploading. Be sure to check out that video. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you know when it's uploaded. I think it's going to be later today or tomorrow sometimes. But I like Tua. I'm sorry. I like Tua. Y'all, please don't cuss me out for saying that. I know that's what people are. People are really fighting. People are really fighting against Tua here in Atlanta. Man, I just want the guy that's going to win. I just want the guy that's going to win. I don't care nothing about all that loyalty stuff, and I don't care nothing about none of that stuff, man. Who is going to help us win stinking football games? I know I said that if we get Tyreek Hill, we'll go to the Super Bowl. Forget all that. I just want to go to the stinking playoffs. Let's just get to the playoffs. Can we get to the playoffs? Please? Man, let's get to the stinking playoffs. That's what I want. I'm sick of this team being bad. I'm sick of this team being terrible. We need the Falcons to be good this year. We need them to be good. Because I'm a Braves fan too. And the Braves are collapsing. And I think that they're about to set us up with a big heartbreak here going down the stretch. The Braves are. I think the Braves probably won't even make the playoffs this year. So we definitely need the Falcons. We definitely need the Falcons. And if Tua and Tyreek Hill, if those guys can reunite and be better than they were in Miami, and then you add in Drake London, you add in Bijan, and then you sprinkle in a little Jahan Dotson there, a little Olamide Zaccheaus right there. Man, this team can be good. This team can be really good offensively. Now, defensively, I'm worried. I'm worried about this team defensively. I'm worried, man. I really am. I'm very concerned about this team defensively. I know we got Jesse Bates coming back. I know we got the brothers. God, I can't never think of he's our top cornerback, and I can't never think of oh man, how can I be a Falcons fan and I can't never think of his name? Oh goodness. Oh, they just drafted this brother. Lord have mercy. How do I not know that? How do I not know that? Good grief. AJ what? Y'all, I know y'all scared to comment. Y'all don't want to be the first person to chat. In the chat, what's our number one cornerback's name? That don't mean I'm not a Falcons fan. I don't know why I can never remember my guy's name at cornerback. Man. Oh crap. This is man, let me look. Hold on, y'all. That's gonna aggravate. Who is y'all gonna think I'm sorry. Falcons. No. What? God. Oh boy. Y'all not gonna help me in the chat. I see how it is. Y'all don't want to tell me who our number one cornerback is. AJ Terrell. There we go. Hey, AJ, if you come across this live stream, which I doubt that you will, brother, I promise you, man, you like one of my favorite cornerbacks out there, dude. I promise you. I follow your numbers. I follow your stats and stuff and everything, brother. But I can't never remember your last name. I always remember AJ, but I can never remember Terrell. I can't do it. For years now, I always just say like AJ. And I have to think like, oh crap, what is his full name? Like, what is this dude's full name? And then after I think about it, sometimes it comes to me. But most of the time, I got to go and look it up. So, AJ, dude, I'm sorry. You our number one cornerback, and I still can't never remember your last name. Good grief. Lord have mercy. But, yeah. Tyreek, y'all. What y'all think about that? I don't know. If y'all want to send in a chat or something, that's up to you. But if you're coming into the live stream, do me a favor. Do me a real quick favor. Hit that like button for me. I really do appreciate it. If you would hit that like button, really helps the channel grow. This is a new channel. I'm trying to grow. I want to give us an opportunity as fans, Falcon fans, Hawks fans, Braves fans, UGA fans, to give us the opportunity to be able to come on the channel and interact with one another. I promise you, I won't bite. Whenever you see a live stream that I'm conducting, if you want to jump on, I'll bring you on the channel. I'll bring you on live, and you can speak your opinions about our teams. I'll bring you on. I'll send you out a link. You can comment to it, and I'll bring you onto the show, and we can talk about things live. Or I can interact with you through the chat. I'm an interactive dude, so as the channel grows, I'm not going to be the type of guy that's not going to interact with you guys. I want this channel to be for the fans. A lot of these channels you go to, I mean, besides needing an exorcism after you listen to them, I mean, I listen to some of them, and it just, I can't even listen to all the cussing and N-word this and all of that. I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. So here you're going to get good, clean commentary about everything Atlanta. And I'll have dialogue with you in the chats. I'll bring you on live to the show if you want. And this is just a safe place for us to come and vent about the good of our teams and the bad. The good and the bad. But yeah, dude, this thing is interesting. This thing is very interesting. If we end up landing Tyreek Hill, for those of you who are just coming into the live stream, some of you that's been around for a while, from the beginning, this live stream, we've been talking about this article out here, and there's plenty other articles out there that has Tyreek Hill linked to the Falcons. And I said earlier that I think that Tyreek would be a great fit. I think he'll be a great fit as a wide receiver too. And I think that he would be a great compliment to Drake London. And also, let's be honest about Drake London. Drake London gets hurt a lot. I mean, I know that Tyreek is coming off of a bad injury too as well. But let's just say Drake London gets hurt. Now you have a guy who can easily step in as wide receiver one. He can easily step into a role that he's already familiar with. Because I don't think you want to have Kyle Pitts basically as your tight end and wide receiver one if Drake London is hurt. And we know that that's a real possibility. We should know that Drake London is not an Iron Man. Drake London gets hurt a lot. He gets hurt a lot because he takes a lot of hits. He gets hurt a lot. So if we can have a guy that's able to slide into that role, if Drake London is hurt, then we're not dependent on Kyle Pitts as our tight end and wide receiver one. Then we're not dependent on Jahan Dotson as a wide receiver one or Olamide Zaccheaus as wide receiver one. We need another wide out. We need a stud wide out. two stud wideouts. You think of how the Philadelphia Eagles were built when A.J. Brown was on the team, with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Those guys, those are two studs right there. Devontae Smith is small, but the dude can catch anything. The dude got speed, breakaway speed, yards after catch. He got all of that. And A.J. Brown is just a freak of nature. The problem with Philadelphia would be the same problem that we have if we brought Tyreek on board and not have a quarterback to throw them the football. That was the problem in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts stink. I mean, I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts is horrible. Jalen Hurts is a horrible quarterback. I mean, I know he won the Super Bowl that year and everything, but he's a horrible passer. He's an inconsistent passer. I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts is awful when it comes to throwing the football. And so that's why A.J. Brown wanted to get out of town. He knew that he knew that he wasn't going to be able to get no type of offensive rhythm with Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. So that's the same position we'll find ourselves in if we don't solidify the quarterback position as well as the wide receiver room. We need a wide receiver too, a solid wide receiver too. And we need to make sure that defensive line is squared away. Again, nobody knows what's going to happen with James Pierce Jr. My guess is he's going to be suspended probably in the realm of 6 to 8 games. But we'll see. We'll see. I did a video about the whole incident down in Florida with James Pierce Jr. I reacted to the body cam. I have the body cam on the video, and I dissect each and every part of that body cam involving James Pierce Jr. So if you go to my timeline, you will find that video. But that defensive line has got to be on point. It's got to be on point. And I hope that they're paying attention to it. And I'm sure that they are. So that's going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen, for this live stream, I should say. I appreciate each and every one of you that have taken the time. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I really do appreciate you guys. This is your channel. This is your channel. This is your channel. So act like it's your channel and subscribe and like, comment, share this channel, share this live stream, share this everything on the channel. It's all about you. It's all about you. I love you. God bless you. You and your family. Y'all have a good one. This is Uncut Atlanta Sports. I'm Walter.